All right.
All right. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Big Sis. I'm Big Sis Val, and this is
And
Heck Yeah. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about pretty much enjoying life on the go, but also maintaining the momentum, right? You know, a lot of entrepreneurs can really relate to this. I'm sure Angie can as well. For example, right now I am currently in San Diego. I am at an Airbnb. One of my cousins is in town and she's actually considering moving out here. So while it's her birthday and we're enjoying the weekend out here, it's like, let me show you some properties and let me give you some insight on what the values look like and what the houses look like. So that way, you can feel more comfortable about making your move. So, you kind of kill two birds with one stone. What do you
definitely.
think?
And that definitely happens I feel like more often when you're on a trip, it's like, oh, okay, I gotta work too.
Yeah.
People talk about balance, and I kind of want to get into it starting in this kind of area. There's always people throw out throw out the word balance like, they live their life. But the reason why I'm a little like not anti-balance, but it's like you're always gonna have some area in your life that is kind of like struggling because you're paying attention to
Yeah.
others. It's like prioritizing, I guess. So even
Right.
if you're trying to enjoy your trip in San Diego like you are, sometimes you just have to kind of suck it up and do like a couple hours of work
Yeah.
or be like, and you can make it fun so that you're not like suffering all the way. Cause I mean, obviously
Right.
you got to make work enjoyable. I mean, could you agree with that? Like, what do you think?
Absolutely. And I don't think I would be in the career path that I'm in if I didn't enjoy the process or enjoy, work every now and then. I'm a person that likes to be on the go.
Hmm.
And, I like to have control of, honestly, it makes me feel powerful when I have, the keys to a house. It's like, you want to see this house? Okay, let's go look.
Yeah.
And, and then it makes their decision that much easier to, purchase a home, whether it's now or later on in the future. So, I
Right.
mean, it's beneficial either way.
Yeah. And especially if you're waiting for, or not necessarily waiting, but say you're living your life and behind closed doors, you're like kind of waiting for the perfect opportunity. But guess
Right.
what? That opportunity is never going to come at the perfect time. Like that door is going to come, someone's just going to come knocking on your door at random times, and you're just going to have to take it as it is and just be like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to sacrifice this time of fun, this time of enjoyment, so I can
Yeah.
fulfill this area in my life that I'm also working on simultaneously.
Exactly. I like that. And, it is all about setting some time aside for, something productive, something that's going to move you forward,
Yeah,
right? Even if it's a little sacrifice, even if it's, an hour or two out of your fun time,
yeah,
it's gonna move you forward
yeah,
regardless.
definitely. I mean, I feel like this is a big area in people's life, like right out of high school. Like you want to enjoy, you want to go out, you want to hang out with friends. You got a job now, you got money, whatever. But you're also
You
have
got me.
to remember,
Whatever. Yeah.
you have to remember, you have goals. You're going to school or you're working on that career path, and you can't just like put that on the back burner for a temporary moment. You have to remember that there's a bigger picture for you, and
Yeah.
sometimes that instant gratification isn't always worth the while to sacrifice,
Hmm.
put that bigger and the more important things off to the side.
And I'm glad you brought that up. So, when do you think you should be having these little escapes or these little, I guess, fun times? Obviously, you don't want to have them too often because it'll kind of lose the meaning of the celebration or the funness.
Yeah.
And also, you might be pampering yourself a little bit too much. You need to, just work really hard and work towards your goals. And then when you feel you deserve it, maybe, I guess, treat yourself. Because I felt like, whenever I would pamper myself a little too much, maybe, where I would be like, oh, take it easy. You've been working too hard.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Take a break. Why don't you take a few days off? Take another few days or whatever. It's like, okay, you got to like know when there's a line, to cut that. There's a boundary line for the
Yeah,
comfort and to,
I see what you're saying. And I read a book on this, and it was more about like your finances, but you can definitely kind of um,
Yeah.
compare the two in a sense. Where like, okay, for example, say your biggest and your ultimate goal is to have money for traveling, like that's what you want to do. So maybe you need to sacrifice in this area of spending money on food and going out to eat with friends for like an hour or two, maybe sacrifice, like, say you go out, I'm exaggerating here, like 7 days a week. Well, cut that shit out and like go for maybe 2 days out of the week instead now, so you can save some money
Yes.
to be able to travel, because ultimately traveling is what you want to do.
Yes.
If you don't do those sort of sacrifices, you're going to hinder the most important thing to you, and it's just going to be like one of those things that just mentally weighs on you because you never did what you wanted to do.
Yeah, yeah. And also, maybe you're taking a vacation, with family,
Yeah.
and, you really want to leave work aside, right?
Right.
Sometimes you do have to also sacrifice work time for family time, or for,
Oh yeah.
maybe it's your anniversary, and, you don't want to be on your phone closing a deal while you're on your anniversary, or I don't know. There's always a time and place for things,
Yes.
it's just all about timing and, just balance, I guess, and
Yeah.
prioritizing.
Yeah, definitely prioritizing. I think, especially like in the real estate world, I have come to a conclusion that there is no reason in my real estate career today that there would be an emergency where it would like hinder the escrow and we would fall apart and it'd be game over. Like, those things take time to fall apart. Like, you have 24 hours in a day. You can squeeze in 15 minutes, or with an appropriate time, like what you said. Like, if you're out to eat with your husband, your kids, whatever, probably not husband because we're talking to little sisters.
Yeah.
But the point is like, find an appropriate time to do
Maybe.
so. You don't want to like hinder your relationships either with these people and be like, wow, well, work is more important to them, or this is more important.
Yeah.
So if you value those people, just remember that's how they feel in the background. I've been in that position, and, I've been put
Have
in
you?
that position. Yeah, where I feel like sometimes I'm like, out on a date and I'm like answering emails and I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, why,
Yeah.
it's not worth it. It can wait. It can wait.
Dude, I remember, oh my God, this is kind of embarrassing now that I think about it, but
Mhm.
I was like totally oblivious to it because I was like barely starting real estate.
Uh-huh.
So I had my laptop with me because I carried it, I guess. And I was hanging out with somebody. It was actually somebody around my age who was, I helped rent some units out. And I just like, we were in his car, and we were going to a coffee shop, but I just pulled out my laptop in the car, and I was put on my hotspot on my phone, and I was like looking up some properties, and he was just like, can you like stop working for 5 seconds? And I was like, I'm sorry, I just got to really like do this, like run email real quick, blah, blah, blah. It was just, it was kind of like I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, what do you mean you're telling me to stop hustling? Like, I'm on grind mode right now. Like, you can't stop this momentum. And then he was just kind of like, whoa, like, you're on the grind. I was like, but now that I think about it, I was kind of in the heat of the moment, you know?
Girl, I feel it. Like, sometimes you kind of
No?
forget that you're like in the present time and you're like living somewhere else in this like cloud space of emails and text messages.
I didn't think anything of it because he was around my age. So I was like, you get it, right? You get it, bro. Like, I don't know. He knew I was a real estate agent. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
that's funny, but I can like,
But thinking about it now, I should have like given more time, like put my laptop away and given my attention to the other person sitting next to me in the car. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Lesson learned. But there's a time and place for everything.
yes, that's
But
what I'm saying, for sure. I think that's like the point here, you know.
yeah,
Know
yeah,
know what position you're at and know when it's appropriate. Like, obviously,
yes,
it's just
yeah.
not it's like, think about it, it's not appropriate to do business at a funeral. Like, how awkward would that be? Like, hey, you want to buy or sell your house? Like, by the way, like, that person is so great, right?
He was a great human being. So do you have an offer on that property? Like,
Yes, yes. So I may not be that drastic, but to others, that's the way they might be feeling. They're like, girl, like, why you on the phone? I'm over here trying to spend quality time with you. Like, like friends, family,
Yeah.
whoever it is.
And then I'm all like on my laptop, like in my zone.
I'm gonna grind
That's
my shirt
all
one
right.
sec.
You
Well,
know what? That's fine. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, other than that, do you want to add anything to that?
No, I think we kind of touched the key points, which, we always do. So we can cut it off at that because I know you got to go enjoy the fam bam, like we're talking,
Yes.
got to
Yeah.
go prioritize them, girl.
All about the timing. But, I love doing these podcasts. I love having some time set aside for not only the audience, but also myself and Angie. I love talking to you. And I feel like we just really smashed some really good topics. So hope you guys enjoy. And also remember, if you have any questions or any feedback, or, you want to give us any topics to talk about, bigsisquestion@gmail.com, right?
Yes, you got it.
Oh my God, I'm
So proud of you.
so proud.
Yes, girl. We'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, catch you later.